I invite you to use this space to contemplate, to reflect, to respond, to react, to ask, and to just be as you would when no one is watching you, when you are trying to figure out which relationships you would like to reframe, where your expression lies. I realize it's probably a performing mind and not a performing body that makes the difference. And I wonder, what kind of performer do I want to be? I think I want to be a kind of performer where I don't beat myself up over not having performed the perfect movement, where I enjoy being present no matter what, and I want to be a performer where I can find a way to be present in my performance, where I can connect with those with whom I'm sharing my practice. I want my performances to be a place of sharing, not a place of judgment or expectation from either the observer or the performer. I want my performances to be a place of growing together in expressions where we speak best, and for me that is movement. And I want to not have the binaries of an audience and performer with the gaze of being seen, being judged, and something being expected from me or from the audience. Actually, the reality is that my mind isn't ready, because I feel I have internalized ideas about performative spaces which are cruel to me, to the people I share my performance with, and to everyone who is a part of it. Can we allow our performers to make mistakes? Can we allow our performers to be honest? Can we allow our performers to give permission to themselves to not put anything on a pedestal, their own selves or people they are sharing their practice with? Why do we feel a sense of accomplishment only when the execution is perfect? Why cannot we normalize the idea of sharing in a performance something which is not excellent or not perfect? Why cannot we normalize celebrating the soul of the performer, the soul of their practice? And why do we always expect a spectacle for a performance? Why can we not normalize the vulnerability that comes with not being excellent in front of people, but of being honest? Why can we not celebrate this vulnerability, this honesty, this imperfection as we celebrate excellence? I think being able to be honest in such a vulnerable space of sharing is what can take me to a place where I can be excellent and not feel that this is the only way where I have that sense of excellence. I feel whenever I practice, I don't practice for the joy of it. At least that used to be me when I was learning dance in a very conforming space, in a very conventional orthodox space. When I was learning dance, I was practicing every day really hard, not for the joy of the practice itself, but the joy that I will feel when I'm able to perform the movement perfectly, when I'm able to achieve that excellence. So all my joy was directed towards that moment. And I feel there was so much soul, so much incredible feelings in that process of practice that I was never present in, because I was always looking at the excellence I would achieve after that practice. And I felt it was not worth sharing until I had reached that point of excellence. But there is so much worth sharing in that process itself, and I wish if we could celebrate those processes for each of us, the path and the vulnerability and the honesty that lies in sharing that path, it would be so much better when we finally find excellence, or if we find excellence. It doesn't matter anymore, really.